It is Saturday the 29th of June 2019. We're at the Parochial School in Wickham because we were invited to bring a couple of the goats to their school fair. So we've brought down the two babies, Sandy and Danny, and they are getting an awful lot of attention. Well, it's 11:15 now, and as you can see, I'm back in the Land Rover. The reason being is I've got to nip back up to our near side allotment because we just had a call to say that one of our hives has swarmed, so yet another swarm to deal with. Right, we've caught the swarm. It was high up, but it was above a shed, so we're able to climb on the shed. That's actually Steve from our next door allotment. Managed to do it all. So it was a very rapid capture. It's in a nuke at the moment, and it's just left there so that all the remaining bees can go in, and that means I can come away, get changed out of my scruffy old clothes, back into my vaguely smart clothes, and get back down to the parochial school fair. We're now back at the parochial fair, and the kids are as popular as ever. Well, we're now into the afternoon, and we have arrived at the Lowfell Community Fair, where we've kind of abandoned the goats to a couple of friends of ours who are sitting in the corner quite happily, but certainly the goats have been getting lots of attention from people, and I think they've now held the record for being the most petted goats on the planet.
I think of all the things what you do in my head. I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Why don't you come along?
It's now 9:15 in the evening. I'm on one of the other allotments at the Winnies, because this is the allotment where the swarm formed up at lunchtime, and it is in a nuke box which is up on the top of the shed there, and I'm about to move it and rehouse it on our far side plot. The problem is, however, that there are still a number of bees buzzing around the edge of the entrance there, so I think what I'm going to do is go back home and get a sheet and wrap the nuke in a sheet and then transfer it over to the far side. On second thoughts, I think I'm just going to use the brush to brush off the small number of bees around the entrance, and then tape shut the hole and then move it. So here's the apple tree on our far side allotment, and on the left is the hive that contains the swarm that we gathered yesterday, and then next door to it is the hive that I'm about to put the swarm into. Right, as you can see, that's them now housed. I'm not entirely convinced this has worked though, because I think they'd already started to set up home in the nuke box, and they may think of being on top of Kevin's shed is where their colony is supposed to be. And one of the reasons I think that is because if we look at the inside roof of the nuke box, you can see they'd already started to draw out comb. So they were treating it as their new nest site. So we will see tomorrow whether they've actually taken to it, or whether Kevin's going to have an enormous heap of bees sitting on top of his shed. It is now coming up to 10 o'clock in the evening. All the jobs for the day have been done now. The swarm has been rehoused, the chickens and ducks have been locked up, and I have a goat chewing my sleeve. But I'm absolutely knackered, so I'm going to go home and try and put something together for dinner and then get some sleep.